Knowledge causes separation. Knowledge is like a sword cutting the one into many. To know good and to know evil is to separate their oneness into two categories. It's like God separating Eve from Adam. To not know of good and evil makes good and evil look like one, a single piece of fruit. When we find the knowledge that we are not just a body, but we are also a soul, this is the first bite of the forbidden fruit of knowledge. We learn we do not surely die like God said, but we are instead eternal, like the serpent says. To not know of the body and the soul makes the soul and body look like one. This tricks God into thinking you will surely die, because the God of this world only sees death, because all living things die. When we get to know a person clearly, they are two separate beings, a body and soul. An inner and outer, the body is the outer, so the soul is inner, like thoughts, emotions, and experiences. But we are not seeing double when we look at the body, so the body and soul are one and separate the same way Adam and Eve were one and became separate. So to know your soul and body separates their oneness into two categories, good and evil. That means one half of you is good, and one half of you must be evil. So when you get on a path of self-discovery and begin to consume the knowledge of your good half and your evil half, you find that it is the flesh that is evil and desires evil things, and it is the soul that inspires you to grow, to shine, to live, to love, to connect. We can easily see the soul always has pure intentions for us. It's the body's poor routines and habits we fight against. This means the soul is all good. The two becomes four when Adam and Eve consume the tree of life, because its fruits are death. When we separate the one into good and evil, life and death, these four categories are symbolized in the cross. Our burden, our torture, is our cross. Why a cross and not parallel? Because where we are right now, where good and evil cross life and death, not alongside. Jesus is not a figment of our imagination, but is the name of your imagination. Like the sun's name is Saul. Mother Nature's name is Earth. The name of your imagination is Jesus. This is why we see Jesus on the cross of good and evil, life and death. It is our imagination that saves us. Our mind is our salvation. And the only way to reach our creator energy is through the imagination. There is no other way to reach your creative energy. There is evil in the world. But that also means there's good in the world. Focus on the good as much as possible, and the good will focus on you, the evil one. The soul is Adam. It is all of mankind who are Eve. The soul is not carved from us, we are carved out of the soul. And the soul is good. It is you who are evil. And the soul loves it. You cute little rascal. The spiritual awakening is spiritual puberty. Much like physical puberty means you can reproduce, spiritual puberty means now you and your soul can begin to reproduce. Meditation is the sexual act. Wisdom is the knife consciousness uses to carve out a new soul. Imagine, for example, only 4 people are on Earth eating the fruits of nature, fishing, hunting. Everybody is equally educated on food, and thus everyone feels the same about food. Then one day someone says killing and eating animals is wrong. This knowledge, when expressed into the mind, is like a sharp blade that separates people into agreement or disagreement on that idea. Knowledge separates, and then we can consume.